Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Thursday, September 4th, 2025. We're heading in. Now, yesterday in the Sean Diddy Combs beat, they filed their reply for acquittal or for a new trial. And among the arguments advanced by Combs' legal team, but Alexander Shapiro is the one who signed it, among their arguments is that he was engaged in amateur porn. There's some First Amendment arguments, and there's also an argument that the definition of prostitution has changed over time, which is surely true, but the law is the same. The law remains the same. In any event, they filed it, and we put it up, and you can find it. Now, today, one of the many civil cases, some have been dismissed, some were deemed frivolous, some the plaintiffs were required to give their names, and a few didn't. But there's one that's actually going to have a hearing today, and we're going to be all over it in person. So watch this space for that. Meanwhile, down in D.C., following the Oversight Committee's release of documents on Google Drive, no less, there's some discussion of Epstein victims by way of Thomas Massie and others, Marjorie Taylor Greene, having names read out of perpetrators on the House floor, availing themselves of the speech and debate clause privilege, that you can't be sued for what you say on the floor of Congress. It's a defense. It caught my eye because it was one of the defenses advanced by gold-barred Bob Menendez, that his lobbying for Qatar and Egypt was absolutely privileged, no matter how purchased it may have been, because it took place on the House of Congress. It seems like it's a law that made some sense. It could have an open debate, but it seems strange that you could commit a crime. In that case, criminal crime. I'm not talking about the Epstein victim ones. I would actually let's see about whether that takes place. Now, in more serious actual crime, not actual crime, but Menendez is going to jail. But the shooting that took place in Upper Manhattan this summer of a Customs and Border Patrol agent off duty while being robbed, the duo appeared in federal court yesterday. It must have not been publicized because there was basically nobody there. But we were there. We live tweeted it, and we wrote a story about it. Maura Nunez, who is the alleged shooter, has been in the hospital since he got shot in response. It was a shootout. He's now out, but his lawyer said that in the MDC Brooklyn, he's not getting treatment. That in fact, he was shot in the stomach. He hasn't been seen by a doctor. There's I don't want to get into the nigger. You can find the tweet. It's pretty gruesome, but. So they said, and the whole thing's been pushed back to December. There's a lot of discovery, body camera video, etc. Video of them dumping I think Christiane Baroa was filmed putting Maura Nunez at the door of a hospital. So it definitely shows that they were involved in a firefight. Whether that's dispositive, we'll just have to see. Meanwhile, yes, the United Nations, incredible. We wrote a couple more stories yesterday, but we have a new one that's coming today. It's about unfairness and cost-cutting in the UN. We have a lot of UN staff sources, and this is from ESCAP in Bangkok, Thailand, where I guess due to the budget cuts that the UN says it's implementing, they're going to be eliminating some 60 posts, but they're all local people. The fat cats remain. This is why UN staff are outraged, and they say Guterres has got to go. What we say is that may be true. We have a right to be in and report and ask questions because the people they have in there are just asking softball questions. We covered it again yesterday. And is Guterres going to participate in the environmental summit? Well, we've applied to cover UNGA. We applied on time. This is a litmus test. In any case, we're now, for these matters, we're going in now. To be continued. Inner City Press.